What is up, everyone? I got another Wi-Fi battle for you. This time it's a OU battle, and it's again against Ian, who goes by Pocket Plays Pocket God 2048 on the Ultra Sun Ultra Moon server. All the info will be in the description as usual. And looking at his team, it was a real well put team. Now that this is like the second time recording it, but like after like the second time recording, I can put more insight into it, because like looking at his team, like it looks like it won't do much, but it really will do a lot. And as you'll see, he has the lead Azov, which I played around a lot with. Yeah, because he has a lot of stuff they have to play around against, because one nerfs ground and all that good stuff. And he has the Galissapod, which always carries the first impression. And I don't know what item it had, but always carries the first impression, so that's something you gotta expect. The Mega Septile, because I mean, like I said, who carries something that's not a Mega and then it's there as a Mega, unless it was Specs, which I doubt. And he has the Hone Edge, which is nice because it's rare to see. The Alolan Raichu, which is semi-rare to see, but not really, because he gets a good amount of use. And his Dragonite, which is a pain, because it's something that I had to play around with. Like, I had to play around a lot in the battle. And it sucks, because if I hadn't played around too much around it, it would have gone differently, but yeah, whatever. The Tapu Koko lead, which is nice to have, because looking at my team, I have a lot of electric types. So my attacks will get boosted, but I don't even think I really used that terrain to my advantage, which sucks, because I always had the Mega Sceptile in the back of my mind, thinking like, oh, I can't do much to it, because it would get a +1 if I use an electric attack on it while it is Mega. And my standard Alolan, my washing machine Rotom, my Alolan Muck, which I meant to say right now. And looking at the team now, I wish I had kept Muck real healthy throughout the match, because looking at his team, Muck does a lot of damage to a lot of his stuff. Like through his whole team, Muck would have been MVP. My Mega Manectric and my shiny XurkitREEE, which I just got, and I wanted to test it out, but never again, because it didn't do anything in this match. And my Landorus Therian, which is always nice to have, because great for Intimidate and all that stuff. So yeah, after having caught Shiny Giratina, I'm allowed to use the music basically, so I wanted to use that the first time that I got it, which is now basically. So yeah, so he leads off with his Azo, and here I should have just not have switched or done anything. I should have just like stayed in and do the most I could to it. But I also feared that he might just go straight off of the explosion or something like that. So I didn't want to give him the chance to KO my Tapu Koko, because I felt like it was going to be very important. But I should have just predicted the Stealth Rocks, because it's something else that I predicted as well. Because like that's usually what a lead will do. It will set up the Stealth Rocks. So he goes for a Fire Blast, and I don't know what nature it is, but it doesn't do a lot to Mug, which is really surprising, because it's a sub-legendary, and you expect it to do a lot of damage, but it doesn't. It does a good chunk, though. So I'm able to knock off its Focus Sash, which is irrelevant now, because, he already lost damage. And here I just switch, I stay in, because I pretty much thought I could live any unboosted hit that he would send at me. So I just go for the knockoff to see what item it had, or like what type of set it would be running. I was expecting a weakness exploit, because if he had that and I had gone for Ice Punch, he would have it would have activated, and then that would have been a +3 had he had it, So that's something I didn't want to risk. So I obviously just switch out to my Landorus, because I'm expecting him to go for an Earthquake, and I can nerf that. And here I expected him to switch into his Hone Edge, but the problem was that I didn't want to go straight for the Earthquake, because he could have switched into anything he had and resisted it. But I should have just gone straight for it, because otherwise this thing wouldn't have been such a pain in my neck, because I would have had it out of the way and I could have played more accordingly. But, shoulda, coulda, woulda. So here I have to make the best play, which is, I was expecting him to go for the Iron Head or something too. So like right off the bat, I wasn't expecting him to boost up necessarily. But he does, and that's great for me, because next turn I'm able to Will-O-Wisp him and cut that boost basically to what it would be normally. So he goes for the Sacred Sword, and it only does like, I think, well, only, right? like a fourth damage, which is pretty nice because I'm able to stay in and tank well. And obviously I'm expecting a switch here, so, and I was expecting a switch to a Sceptile. So obviously I'm just gonna go to my Mega Manectric because it has hidden power ice, and you know it's great to nerf it because from this range it should be enough to one hit KO it if he decides to stay in, which I doubt. But either way, you know, it was great to have in the team already. So yeah, like I said, I was expecting him to either to switch out here to Gillespie Part 2, but I didn't want to make the bad play of just going straight for the Thunderbolt or Volt Switch, expecting him to do that, because if I had done that, and you know, like, imagine if he had stayed in and gone Mega, you know, that would have been pretty much GG, like right off the bat, because he would have gone +1, and the +1 Mega Sceptile is pretty threatening, you know, on anything. So here I just decided to stay in because I know I'm gonna get the -1 on him with Intimidate after the Mega, and I'll be able to live any hit that he tries to throw against me. And he goes for the obvious first impression, which I didn't think was gonna be able to work, because after you switch it in, I thought it didn't work anymore, blah blah blah, that stuff, you know. So, but it doesn't matter. So I'm able to knock it out with a Thunderbolt next turn. And here he goes for the Raichu, which I just Volt Switch out. But again, I should have just stayed in and just gone for a Hidden Power Ice and Overheat combo to knock it out, because that would have been more than enough. But I just wanted to make the safe play of going for the Muck, because I could take any hit that he wanted to, but he goes for the Nasty Plot and is able to basically just KO it, which sucks because I should have kept Muck healthy throughout the whole match, because it was a really important Pokemon, because they pretty much walled his team. And it walled the stuff that I needed to wall, which sucks. I shouldn't have let it go down, but oh well. So here, I'm pretty sure I was going to be faster than Raichu. He said it was a speed tie. I don't think so. I don't know. You know, I really don't know. So here, I just go for the safe overheat, because I know that's going to KO it from that range. And if it doesn't, then it leaves it at a good point where I can just outspeed it with something else, if I can. And I kind of thought I didn't have anything to outspeed it anyway, so I just decided to go for the Manectric. And here, I obviously knew he was going to have the extreme speed, because what Dragonite doesn't really carry it, you know. It's kind of rare if it doesn't carry it. And so he does, and he's able to get rid of my Manectric. But I couldn't switch out and switch back in either because of the rocks. I didn't have a spinner. And this is the newest, one of the newest actually, because I actually already got Shiny Poipo and Shiny Nihilego. And I actually just got Shiny Nihilego before recording this match. But never again will I use XurkitREEE in the higher tiers, because it just didn't go well. And so I used the Z Hypnosis, and that's 100% guarantee that pretty much it's gonna land on anything that you know, that it is used on. So I'm expecting him to be asleep at least one turn, but he gets the one turn wake, which sucks. So he's able to wake up this turn, go for the extreme speed, and you know, able to 2-hit KO me. I probably could have lived the hit. I doubt it, if I had maxed out its IVs and HP, maybe, because that's something I need to max out too. But I maxed out its speed because that's something that I was missing. But yeah, so that sucks. I should have done that. But anyways, yeah. So here I just go back to my Landers, because I know he can't really hit me too hard. But I'm expecting him to switch again into the thing, but I didn't. I mean, to the Honedge, but I didn't want to make that big of a prediction and go for the Earthquake. So I just decided to stay in and go for the Stone Edge, which, like I said, had I just gone for the Earthquake any of those 2 times that I wanted to, this thing would have been gone already, and it wouldn't have been such a pain to play around. So yeah, obviously I have to go into my Rotom, because I know I can take any hit that he's gonna try to do against me, or you know, even if he tries to set up. So here I just basically switch in, go for the Hydro Pump, knowing that it will KO and get rid of the Honedge. And I was trying to devise a strategy to get around the the Mega Sceptile, because I knew he would have to go for Giga Drain a Giga Drain and Leaf Storm combo, because if he goes for the Leaf Storm too early, which I knew he wasn't gonna go for here either way, he would have had -2, and that would have made the match like pivot more to my side, because he would have to play around that, and he would have to you know, like save or sack something in order to get those boosts back. So here I was expecting to honestly live a what's it called, a leaf storm, but I also wasn't expecting to live it. But it sucks. I should have just gone I probably should have just gone Tapu Koko, but yeah, oh well. So yeah, he's able to KO my Landorus, which sucks because I went for this is a choice banded, so I went for explosion hoping to live it, but I didn't. And honestly, this Tapu Koko was gonna be running with Assault Vest, but even after Assault Vest, I don't think a what's it called? I don't think Hidden Power Ice would KO it. Maybe, maybe not. I actually don't know, and I kind of don't want to calculate. I don't care, but yeah. So I don't know if that would have mattered too much or whatever, but it doesn't matter to me. It was still a great match. It was a real close match, one of the closest ones we've had, I think. But yeah, I think my record with him is still 3-1. So like that's still cool. I still got 2 up. But yeah, man, great battle, pocket plays. Hit me up again. Feel free whenever you want to, and anybody else too. Challenge me whenever you want. Hit like, subscribe, check out his video, check out, click like on my video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you very much for watching. Peace out.